Hey guys, it's Mike from GI Dojo. Today we're going to look at the Barbie Dream House from 1962. This is a 2017 anniversary re-release that I picked up at Toys R Us back around the time that Toys R Us was unfortunately going out of business and liquidating their whole store. Got our instruction sheet, got the special included Barbie here in the box, and of course the Dream House. Not much to look at on the outside. This anniversary re-release is dated 2017, so no one will get fooled into buying an original, paying for an original, but buying a reproduction. So let's open it up and take a look. This is the perfect like mid-century modern apartment building or house for GI Joe to hang out in. To be honest, 1964 GI Joe when he comes home on leave to visit Barbie, this is the perfect pad to hang out. And it's cool because there's no pink in it really to speak of. I think it's one or two little accents, but it's just kind of like a gender neutral apartment or house. So let's take a look. Okay, now on the front or back side, depending on how you look at it, there's two little metal clasps, and you unfold it like so. And you unfold this, place it in the little channel here. Let's see, kind of hard to do one-handed. And I've already pre-assembled all the furniture, so let's go and set up a little diorama. Okay, now we have our Barbie Dream House all folded out. Again, this is the 1962 version. However, this is a reproduction from 2017 I got from Toys R Us. So, I've already assembled all the furniture and whatnot. You got throw pillows. We got these little sports pennants, I think they're called, for state. Okay, so we have a console TV with phonograph. Go ahead and open this up. And then these are little cardboard albums. They're not real, everything's just cardboard. A really goofy picture of Ken there. There's like a mid-century modern lamp. Of course, this is all contemporary at the time. You got the bed with some cardboard throw pillows. These books are removable, and they're modular. You can put them wherever you want. Here we got the couch, got the lounger with the ottoman, of course, coffee table. Here's some pictures that are printed on. Here's our Barbie. We'll take a look at her in a second. Here is the closet. Has like a little plastic rod in there with coat hangers, of course, clothes hangers. And here's a little mirror and a makeup chair. Mirror is like permanently affixed. Okay, and here is the Barbie that was included with it. Pretty rad. It's like a late 50s, early 60s era Barbie. Back when she had the resting bee face. The figure stand was included, doll stand. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple, self-explanatory play set. But if you can acquire the original, or if you can buy one of these reproductions online, I would highly recommend it for anybody who's a Barbie collector or even a GI Joe collector. Here we got GI Joe. As a mid-century modern apartment that's kind of like era specific to when GI Joe was in the military. So anyway, this has been Mike from GI Dojo. This has been the Barbie Dream House. Now, quick, we'll do a quick Barbie movie review. Okay, so we'll talk about the Barbie movie. It's real topical. It just came out last weekend. That's kind of what inspired me to do this review. So I went and saw the Barbie movie with my wife and a bunch of friends. And, I'm a sucker for beautiful, like, aesthetics, like production design and costumes and, set design, vehicles, stuff like that. And the Barbie movie is it's absolutely breathtaking from like a visual standpoint. The world that they built and the attention to detail and the love that they had for the toy line itself just was extremely apparent, you know, and a lot of deep cuts referencing older discontinued Barbie characters like Alan or Midge. You know, it was amazing to see that. You know, now from the jump, they you know, started talking about concepts of feminism and how, you know, in Barbie land, women rule the world. They hold every political office, and the Kens are just like a subservient group of guys that just do whatever the Barbies say. You know, they kind of did like a complete gender swap as far as you know, to flip it on its head versus what a lot of people perceive our reality to be. A lot of people think that men still rule the world, when in reality, you know, I feel like women have attained perfect equality. So anyway, they were trying to say something political with the movie, and they didn't quite stick the landing because, you know, basically Ken figures out that you know, men apparently are perceived to rule the real world, and so he brings those concepts back to Barbie land, and it seems like the Barbies are very happy being subservient to the Kens, but the star Barbie, the stereotypical Barbie, Margot Robbie, isn't happy with this, and she helps like snap the other Barbies out of this trance that they're in. Like the U.S. president is a female, you know, black female Barbie that is, you know, now just happy, you know, content serving beers to her Ken. And, you know, the Supreme Court justices and doctors and stuff like that are all just kind of like, it seems like they're brainwashed, even though there was no scene where Ken brainwashed anybody. So anyway, they didn't quite stick the landing because instead of going head to head and maybe like debating the Kens or fighting them in some type of way, the Barbies used like, you know, what a lot of people perceive to be classic female manipulation tactics. So it was a really bad look. Like, I don't know why the Barbies couldn't have just taken their world back. Why did they have to use these, you know, why they had to follow the call script, so to speak, and use these tried and true manipulation tactics that a lot of people, a lot of misogynistic guys criticize women for supposedly using. So it was a bad look from like a writing standpoint and a directing standpoint. They should have did that differently. But at the end of the day, it's just a Barbie movie. You know, it's a complete fantasy, and you know, it was just a treat to watch it visually, and it was just a fun ride for, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours. So don't take it too seriously. Would I take like a 4 or 5 year old to it? I wouldn't, only because of their choice to use certain songs that have like, you know, borderline profanity, like the B word and stuff. You know, so it might not be age appropriate. You know, they talk about genitals and stuff, and it might not be age appropriate unless you're dealing with like 8-year-olds and up. I think it's rated PG-13, either PG or PG-13. So, you know, just do your own research and decide if you want to bring a kid to it or not. But it's definitely not a kid's movie. It's definitely not an adult movie. It's this weird amalgamation of the two. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's not as bad as, you know, the people on the right are saying. It's not as good as the people on the left are saying. It's just a Barbie movie. And if you like going to the movies, I'd highly recommend it. You know, it's just a fun ride, and it's a fantasy, and honestly, like, Ryan Gosling is amazing. They tried to make him be a villain, but he's just too cool. And he just you know, he actually effectively sold the idea of like the patriarchy and the Barbie land being like a good thing because of how charismatic he is. So you know, it was like bad casting. They should have cast somebody who could be more dastardly to be Ken. So anyway, this has been Mike from GI Dojo. Go see the Barbie movie. Go buy yourself a Barbie Dream House. Have a good one.